Live on YouTube and Google+, it's Pageant Live. This is the place for glamour and style. Get great pageant tips you won't find anywhere else. Find out what you need to know before your next pageant. Post your questions and comments for our panel during the show. Learn great ideas about all aspects of pageantry. Here we go. Pageant Live starts right now.
Tonight, our guests are queens from the World's Perfect Pageant, as well as the director, owner of World's Perfect Pageant. So I would like to go ahead and introduce our guests for this evening. Ladies, if you want to start. Christina, we'll go ahead and start with you, if you would like to start and introduce yourself first.
Alright, 안녕하세요. Christina입니다. Hi, my name's Christina Ferre. I'm Korea's Perfect Miss 2013.
Okay, and Johanna?
Hi, I'm Johanna Cataldi, and I am World's Perfect Woman 2013.
And Kelsey?
I am Kelsey Artman, America's Perfect Cheerleader 2013.
And the one I am so excited for this evening is the owner-director of World's Perfect Pageant. Michael, if you could introduce yourself for us, please.
Sure, Autumn. My name is Michael Galanes, and I serve as the International Director for the World's Perfect Preteen, Junior Teen, Teen, Miss, and Woman.
Wonderful. Thank you all for joining us this evening. I'm so glad that you guys are all with us tonight so we can discuss this new this pageant system I am learning so much about and I'm excited to learn more about. So, you know, ladies, I would just like to ask you a couple things. What sets this pageant apart from any other pageant that's out there?
Well,
I'll go ahead and get started.
You want to go? Okay, go ahead.
Something that is very different about this pageant that I haven't been able to experience anywhere else is the ability to truly express myself. The Perfect Pageant really encourages all the young women and women to really be yourselves while you are interviewing and while you are on stage. You don't have to play a part. In fact, you are a lot more attractive, and the judges can really see your true soul because you are being yourself. They see how you are able to balance your career, your family life, all while maintaining a perfect sense of style that is truly unique to you. So that is a big difference about this pageant system.
Okay, great. And go ahead, Christina, did you have something you wanted to add as well?
Yeah, I'll add on to what Joanna said. I really love the Perfect Pageant system, not only because you can be yourself, but because everyone's a family. We're all sisters, we're all family together. Once you meet someone at the Perfect Pageant, you're connected for life, and it's good to have all these family around and people that you can talk to, even when you're not competing with each other.
So, Michael, let me ask you this question.
Sure.
Where did this concept of this pageant come up? Because this is like a gateway for women who are wanting to get into modeling and acting and everything else. So how did you come up with this concept for the pageant? And just really feed me something here that teaches me a little bit more about this system, and because it's a very interesting pageant system, and it is like a gateway for the modeling industry, I believe.
Well, thank you so much for that, for those accolades and for that affirmation and that what we're doing is right. You know, a little back history on me is that I'd worked for the Miss Universe organization for 11 years. I served as the state director for Miss Vermont USA and Miss Vermont Teen USA. And interviewing with Donald Trump and being part of that program, I really thought that I had experienced my finest moment in pageantry. But when I was involved with the program, certainly every year was an amazing year. And every title holder that I took to Miss USA and Miss Teen USA was an amazing journey. But I felt it lacked something. I felt, like the girls had mentioned, it had lacked sort of the judges and the audience and all of the people truly innately being able to meet them. And also that segue into the modeling industry. At the World's Perfect Pageant, we have 33 modeling agents, talent scouts, and agents coming out to meet the girls. So it truly is not a winner takes all, but so many of the girls are blessed with modeling opportunities throughout the course of the year. So it kind of is a combination. I hate to even call it a pageant. We call it a fagent, a fashion show and pageant combined, where it really is about working the runway. It's about her marketability, it's about her beauty, it's about her style, it's about her essence, and it's the joy of it is that there really isn't any rule, that you are innately enabled to be whoever you'd like to be, whatever you'd like to wear. You actually have the opportunity to choose the topics that are near and dear to your heart, that you want to talk and you want the judges to know. So it really is all about the young lady. It's about her journey. And like I tell all the girls, you know, the canvas is blank. You can have the year of service be whatever you'd like that year to be.
Okay, so when I was doing my research on World's Perfect Pageant, I see that there are different types of categories that each lady competes in. So let me just let's start with Johanna. What are some of the categories that you compete in at World's Perfect Pageant?
One of the categories is outfit of choice, and the other category for my age group is summer wear. And the outfit of choice, you know, there's really no set parameter, just like Michael was saying. You know, it's really a blank canvas, and you know, some of the women will choose more hip type of outfits, like I did. Some of the women will choose something a little bit more formal, more regal. So it's really an opportunity for you to, this is the first time that you are presenting yourself to the judges. So it's an opportunity to show the judges what you are about when you are on stage, and you demonstrate your personality and your style with this outfit. So that's certainly an all-time favorite of mine. And the other outfit, the other outfit that we compete in is summer wear. For the women 30 and above, we don't compete in swimsuit, but we certainly have an opportunity to showcase how we take care of ourselves, not only in our careers and our families, but also how we really take pride in keeping ourselves fit and healthy. So summer wear is anything that you would wear to go shopping down in South Beach, or maybe the streets of Paris or Milan in the summertime. And it's another opportunity for you to show your style and what you think summer wear should be all about.
Okay, perfect. So what type of poses, because I believe I read that there is no walking patterns in this pageant system. So what type of poses do you guys do that makes you kind of stand out from the other contestants? Can you guys show us those poses that you do, or maybe what your walk would look like that makes you stand out a little bit more from the others?
Sure, I can show you. Like, there's a diamond pattern that we go for on the runway. You just imagine a normal runway that you would walk on. You start at the beginning and you work your way to the left, the center, the right, and then back to the back in the center, and we call it the diamond formation. It's any way you want to walk on the runway, but as long as you hit those marks, you're free to go.
Yeah.
It really is kind of, and it's cool too, because what we did, Autumn, is every young lady has that formation, and it's amazing to see what they do within those 4 points. Upon completion of the 4 points, we bring the girls back out onto the runway in one of the signature events of World's Perfect, and that is the beauty battle. It's when all of the girls come back to the runway and flood the stage, and it's really the judges are getting out of their seats, and the young ladies have the opportunity to really model like their lives depended on it. And it's so fun to see the camaraderie and diversity in fashion, and just really it always an energy boosting highlight of the weekend.
So, Johanna, I want to see your beauty battle poses, if you can do that for me.
Yeah, sure, I'll be glad to. Let me just take off my headphones.
Okay.
I want to make sure I can still hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can still hear you.
Well, so if you are in front of the judges, you definitely want to show that you have the ability to showcase the outfit that you are wearing, because it's really you are modeling. It's not just a pageant. You're also showing the outfit that you are wearing. So you have to be able to strike poses that show your form, that show that you are very comfortable on stage, that, you know, this is what you're all about, and that, you know, this is your life. So, you know, you can be a little flirty with the judges. You can be a little bit more serious, a little bit more regal. But what I recommend is for girls to make sure that they take the time. Sometimes they move around a little bit too much. So I recommend that when you have a pose, stay there for a couple seconds. Let the judges take you in, because that's how you're going to differentiate yourself from the judges. So even though you're moving, you got to make sure that they see you.
Johanna, it's Pamela. Back up a little bit. We can't see your face. We can't see your beautiful face.
Is that better?
Yes,
That's better, yes.
There we go. Yeah, so, and always smile. You always have to make sure that you're smiling.
Very nice. You look like you're on the runway right now.
The world is my runway, honey.
It's funny, we have
Christina, how about-
New York Fashion Week is going on this week, and 2 of our world's perfect models are in New York at Fashion Week, and they're calling, and they're really, one girl called New York's Perfect Miss is actually in one of the shows at Fashion Week, and she said that just having the experience of World's Perfect, she gets it. She feels more comfortable, she feels more confident, and it's the hectic schedule and just the whole spirit of Fashion Week in New York. She said it's really uncanny of the experience she had at Perfect in Orlando the 2nd week of August.
So, Michael, do you give them additional training after they win? Do they go on to other classes after they win your pageant that prepares them for Fashion Week in New York?
Yeah, you know, we have such amazing directors. My New York, New Jersey director actually competed on the Miss Universe stage, and she is really amazing in offering not only the winners of the competition, but all of the young ladies who are in New York and New Jersey sign with MMG models. And so many of them have gotten amazing jobs, and it's just really exciting to hear about all of the success stories. Again, not only for the young lady who captured the title that weekend, New York's Perfect Junior Teen, Teen and Miss, but all of the girls who competed. So it's just so exciting to see girls who have competed in Perfect on the Miss America stage, on the Miss USA stage, New York's Fashion Week. We had actually over 30 girls last year in Miami's Swim and Fashion Week. So for me, there's an adrenaline rush and a high in making certain that all these girls are able to achieve what they hope to achieve after their participation at World's Perfect.
So I also know that you guys are kind of even expanding it a little bit by adding the perfect cheer and perfect dance to the competition as well. So I want to bring...
It's exciting too, because Laura Pucker, who crowned Joe, is the national director. So she really loved Perfect. Cheering and dancing had always been her life. So she started the program, World's Perfect Cheerleader and Dance, and it's just nice to see yet another perfect tradition.
That is. So we have Kelsey here, who actually won the perfect cheer competition. So Kelsey, oh, we may have lost her actually. So let's give her just a second to see if we can get her back on here. But she's 10 years old. So the perfect cheer and perfect dance, that's a completely separate pageant than what the World's Perfect is, correct? That's held a different weekend than what World's Perfect pageant's held. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. Yep.
Okay. Kelsey, are you back on with us?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Would you like to show us a cheer that you have, maybe that you can kind of demonstrate for us, your cheer?
Sure.
All right.
Red, blue, red and blue, go Hawks. Red, blue, red and blue, go Hawks. Red, blue, red and blue, go Hawks. Red, blue, red and blue, go Hawks.
Very nice.
Yay!
Beautiful. Kelsey, how long have you been involved with cheerleading?
Since I was 5.
Since you were 5. Wow. Now you also won a few other categories at Perfect Cheer as well, didn't you?
Yes.
What are the other categories that you won?
I won America's Perfect Jumper, which is you do a single jump, two multiple jumps, and jumps to tumbling. And then I won America's Perfect Tumbler, and you did a standing tumbling, and then you did multiples of standing, and then you did running.
Oh, wow. So there's like a whole bunch more than just actually doing your cheer routine. That's correct, right?
Right. You also get to wear your gown, and you get to do a fashion walk.
Okay, so you get to model as well on the runway.
Yes.
Very nice. Christina, I want to jump over to you really fast because
Sure.
I want to ask, you're a different division than what Johanna is, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so do you have different categories that you compete in?
Yes, I've actually, when I started in the Perfect Family, I was in the teen division. I won Michigan's Perfect Teen 2012 and moved on to win America's Perfect Teen Supermodel 2012 last year. And I liked the pageant so much that I decided to re-enter as Korea for 2013. But I wasn't in the teen category this time. I was a miss. And that is a really big jump that people don't really realize, that being from, cute, sweet teenager to a more grown-up title such as Miss is a little bit more difficult and challenging than you realize. And since I'm 20 years old, I haven't really identified myself apart from the teenage world yet. So it's kind of like I'm adult, but I'm not adult. So it was really difficult to have a more mature vibe this year than I'm really used to.
So what is a category that's different than the World's Perfect, let's see, what is it, Johanna, you're the World's Perfect Woman, so.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so what is a different, do you still do the runway modeling in your, obviously you do because this is kind of a gateway, like we said, for modeling and talent and everything else, but do you still strike the same type of poses? Do you have the Battle of the Beauties as well?
Yes, every group has the beauty battles, and every group has their the same modeling walks. But however, the preteens and women do not wear swimsuit. Yet the junior teens, teen, and miss wear swimsuit. So it's different for the outfits that you wear, but it's all the same modeling patterns and all the same types of competition.
Okay, so the outfit that you have on tonight, was that an outfit that you competed in?
Yes, it's actually an outfit that I competed for my the interview, or the fashion walk as we call it.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the interview. What does that consist of?
Well, it consists of a minute-long speech that you create. The question is something that you've given to the staff to tell them, what to give you on stage, and it's something that you should have dear to your heart. I decided to speak about my experience in college and how I want to be an animation person like Hayao Miyazaki, and it really put something to my heart, so I chose an outfit that made me look more like an animation.
Okay, very nice. So then you guys each have the interview portion on stage before you do any type of modeling, is that correct?
Yes, it's your first appearance in front of the judges. Then you get to talk to them and have a connection with speech rather than just having a physical connection such as eyes and being on the stage without speaking at all.
Okay, perfect. How about you, Kelsey? Did you have to do any type of interview on stage as well?
No.
No, you just did the cheer and then modeled in your evening gown, is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Well, I just have to say how impressed I am with this pageant system, learning so much about it. And again, like I said, it seems like the ladies who are your title holders, Michael, have really gone on into the fashion world and modeling and so forth. So
They really have.
How do we get involved with this pageant?
Oh, how thoughtful of you to ask. And congratulations on your title as well, America's.
Well, thank you.
You know, maybe you can come and be a judge or just come and experience. The Perfect Pageant is in Orlando. It's the second weekend in August. And how we have the schedule structured is the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are the preteen and the women. And those are those first 3 days we're able to compete with all of the preteens and the women. Preteens are ages 9 to 12, and the women are 30 years young and beyond. I'm proud to say that our America's Perfect preteen last year has landed a role on Dance Moms. She is Abby Miller's newest dancer, and it's exciting to watch Ava Coda on Dance Moms every week. And it really just, I know that in some small vein, their involvement with World's Perfect is instrumental in their success. And like Christina had said, we all really do keep in contact throughout the course of the year, because I think that really determines the quality of the program, or the relationships and the friendships that you make along the way. Our very first America's Perfect Miss, Shannon Mcanally, was crowned Miss Virginia USA this year. And it was just so exciting to work with her and to watch her experience at the Virginia preliminary and at the state and at nationals. And it's just nice to see these young ladies doing exactly what they want to do. And Perfect only serves as a catalyst for them to realize their dreams.
Yeah,
if like I said,
add, Michael.
Go ahead.
No, Autumn, yes, I would like to add, to what Michael was saying, that, usually when we think of pageants, we think of the preteens, the teens, and the Miss. And what other pageant out there grants the opportunity to women above 30 years old to not only be members of their communities, their families, and their careers, but also still be fashionable and to be truly unique? And that is something that I've really enjoyed about the Perfect system. Last year I competed and I was first runner-up, and I wanted to win the title, I wanted to win the big crown, and I came back this year, to do it, and I'm very blessed that I was able to take it away. But again, sometimes people think that after a certain age you can't be fashionable anymore, that you can't be a model. And this pageant has given me the opportunity to prove that it's wrong. That even though we are older, we're still women with a sense of fashion and individuality that is really truly unique to us and that is marketable. So I really thank Michael Galanes for that opportunity, and I encourage any women watching out there, if you're thinking about it, it's definitely an opportunity that you won't regret.
So before we go, though, or before we start wrapping things up, Christina, can you show us what the interview, can you demonstrate or show us your interview, how it would kind of go on stage, just in case people have questions about what exactly is the interview type, because that was kind of a question that popped up here. So can you demonstrate for us what the interview portion of the competition looks like?
Sure, I can do that for you. Take off my headphones really quick. And I'll make sure I can still hear you.
Before Christina starts, basically each girl submits 2 topics. And those 2 topics are what we derive the question from. So if your first topic is your ambition to be on Broadway, we would simply ask a question about Broadway. So the young ladies have some sense as to what at least the topic is, and then they're on the stage, they're on the runway, we put a podium up there, they're given a microphone and a minute to articulate their thoughts.
Okay, so then Christina, is this going to be your same interview that you did for competition?
Yes, so pretty much there might be like a podium in front of you, and you can choose to use the podium and the microphone that's right here, or you can just take the microphone and stand to the side with the microphone and talk your 1-minute speech. If you go over the 1 minute, there'll be little pretty bells that will say, hey, time's up, wrap up your speech. So you'll start out and they'll be like, oh, here's Korea's Perfect Miss, and they'll ask you your question, like, so what does animation mean to you? And I'll say, animation means such and such, such and such. And then you can say thank you or something to tell you that your speech is over. Put the microphone back up, and then the music will start, and you do your opening pose. and make sure that you do it in front of the podium or away from the podium so they can see your whole outfit. And then you just do your opening pose, go to the left, model out to your audience, turn around, do whatever fun poses you'd like, then come up to the front, show the judges what you're all about, give them a couple seconds to look at you, walk around again, and then go back to the right stage, model out to your audience again, keep that focus with the judges as well, and then they'll say, "Thank you, Korea's Perfect Miss," and you'll just go back here and go off stage. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Simple as that.
I think it's absolutely a great opportunity, like I said, for ladies who are really trying to get into the modeling industry. I would highly suggest checking out World's Perfect Pageant, because this is Michael, you have done something amazing with this system, and for that, I would like to thank you. And as we wrap up, would you guys like to take a moment and just give one piece of advice for women who are thinking about coming over to the system, some advice that you would want to share with them? Christina, let's go ahead and start with you. What advice would you give to women or teens that are thinking about joining World's Perfect Pageant?
I would say definitely consider doing this. If you feel like you might not be interested in other pageants because of your personality might not fit, fashion style might not fit the typical pageant woman, then I suggest doing Perfect, because in high school I was a rocker chick. I loved, music that was, not the typical person's music, and that reflected on my style a lot. And when I first entered Perfect in 2010, I was second runner-up and wasn't completely comfortable with being myself, but I re-entered in 2012 and got the crown, and being myself was just the most amazing feeling in the world, that even without the crown, I still felt like the winner. So I suggest being in this pageant, because once you're in the perfect family, you're forever a perfect girl.
And Johanna, how about you? Because I am a 30+ as mom and wife. So what would you give to women who are mothers, wives, and 30+? What advice would you give to them about entering this pageant?
My advice is very simple. Bring everything that you are on the stage. That is what makes you you. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't get caught up in what other women wear or how they act. This is the type of pageant where the judges are really going to see through you, because they have so many opportunities to see you that if you're not comfortable in your own skin, that is going to reflect in how you walk and how you speak. So forget about everybody else. Bring everything that you have done, all of your accomplishments, all of your failures, embrace everything and bring it on the stage, and you are going to shine, because they're going to see the true beauty for you, not only on the outside, but more importantly on the inside. So that's my advice. Just bring it all, have fun, and do it. Don't miss this opportunity.
That is wonderful advice. Now, Kelsey, we're going to come to you, because since you are the perfect cheer queen, what advice would you give to other young ladies who are thinking about entering either perfect cheer or perfect dance?
My advice is to have fun and do your cheer routine or dance routine good, and just have fun.
Great advice. That's perfect advice for a pageant, to have fun. Michael, I'd like to go ahead and wrap it up with you here. Any last-minute thoughts, advice, anything like that that you would like to give, that you would like to just kind of wrap up with?
Sure. Kel, the America's Perfect Cheerleader and Dancer are actually preliminary, so hopefully next year Kelsey will be competing for the World's Perfect Preteen, as the cheerleader and dancer actually part of their prize package there is to come over. So Kelsey, I really hope that we get to meet you one day, because you certainly seem like a bright light, and congratulations on your national win, and you're the very, very first young lady to hold the title. And they call that the Inaugural Queen, so they'll always remember you, Miss Kelsey, so congratulations. If anyone else would love to participate or serve as a state or country director, they can call me directly. We have preliminary state pageants in about 33 of the states. We'd like to get all of them covered. We also have 7 other countries. We picked up Brazil, just this past week, and we also picked up a few other states. So the perfect word is getting out. So another kind of special thing about the program is we do award the top 5 who compete in a preliminary pageant. They are all eligible to come to the international competition. They can visit americasperfectteen.com and get all of the information, and we can start now, so they can start preparing to be either a contestant or director or sponsor. We'd welcome them into the perfect family.
So the best way then to get a hold of you is through the website, which is www.worldsperfectpageant.com or just worldsperfectteen.com.
It's actually still americasperfectteen.com.
Okay.
And my office number, if I could give it, is area code 954-322-0312.
Perfect. Now, Christina, if anybody wants to get a hold of you or contact you, what's the best way? Facebook? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yes, you can contact me or see what I'm doing on facebook.com/Christina Ferre. It's just my name, and remember, there's no H in my name.
Okay, and Johanna, how about you?
Definitely Facebook. I am Johanna Alexandra. It is my middle name, so not Johanna Cataldi. You won't find me as such. Johanna Alexandra. And you can also email me at johannacataldi@gmail.com.
All right. And Kelsey, I don't know if you have a fan page or anything like that that you wanted to share with anybody. I know that you're only 10, so I don't know if you actually do have any Facebook or anything like that, if there's people that want to follow you. Do you have anything?
I have a Facebook, and my Facebook is Facebook/Kelsey Artman, and I have an Instagram, which is Kelsey Cheers.
Very nice. Well, I just want to thank you all again for joining us this evening as we learned so much about the World's Perfect Pageant. I also want to thank you guys again for coming on. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors as well, which is Plexus Worldwide and Mediate the Crown. To learn more about these sponsors, you can always visit PageantLIVE.com. Also, if you are a pageant director and you would like to have your pageant showcased on Pageant Live, you can email us at show@PageantLIVE.com, and this is a free service that we offer for you. And if you would also have any show topics, go ahead and email us at show@PageantLIVE.com as well. I also want to remind you guys to check out my blog, which is Ask the Crown. So Pageant Live, AskTheCrown.blogspot.com. We have great Stephanie McGrain will be back next week, and she also hosts Ask the Crown, and she has great interviews on there with Miss Universe, Miss USA, as well as Miss Teen USA. So I would encourage you to check that out as well. And I just want to say again, thank you guys all so much for being on here tonight. We will be back, Stephanie will be back next week to host Pageant Live again. And until then, we will see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.